Tinubu never created a militia. Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigerian history.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words, Daniel?
Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy in
Tinubu
Nigeria.
And his people created a militia, Daniel. Who said those words?
Tinubu brought in leadership
skills
into governance.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words?
Tinubu and his people never created the militias.
So why did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
I never said that.
The candidate of All Progressives Congress, as well as Bola Tinubu, and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we are seeing a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Does he have a militia?
So, a big fact check of Daniel Bwala, the guy that just disgraced himself on Al Jazeera. So, it is obvious that people, elements like Daniel Bwala and Reno Omokri, they are just political tools used to destabilize the opposition from winning election. You know, he has prepared for this interview thinking that the interviewer, this Mehdi Hasan, will ask him about APC, what APC has done, the security architecture of Nigeria. Maybe he was thinking that Mehdi Hasan will focus his interview on Christian genocide, which became a huge topic November, December last year. But the man focused on what, not actually focused, somehow focused on what he said against Tinubu while he was in opposition, and then what he's saying now. So Daniel Bwala was telling Mehdi Hasan and to the entire world of Nigerians that he's just a liar. He lied for a living. He lied. He's a political sycophant.
Tinubu never created a militia. Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigerian history.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words, Daniel?
Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy in Nigeria.
Tinubu and his people created a militia, Daniel. Who said those words?
Tinubu brought in leadership skills into governance.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words?
Tinubu and his people never created the militias.
So why did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
I never said that.
The candidate of All Progressives Congress, as well as Bola Tinubu, and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we are seeing a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Does he have a militia that tried to kill you?
He doesn't have. I never said he tried to kill me.
I myself have received threats from him and his camp. Your words.
I never said that.
There is also this threat to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats from Asiwaju and his camp.
You said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, Tinubu's win. You said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
And legitimate complaints were raised all over Nigeria. That part is what threw me off balance. In fact, I became so sick. For the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food.
Tinubu is not just super rich. It's what he does with his wealth. In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. Point, did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the bullion van?
Was there no money in the bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time.
I never
2023, February.
But there is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is on their ballot as the presidential candidate.
On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 2023. Have you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
I'm coming. What you just said now, I want to put
and
it on
Tinubu and
record on
APC understand his role in their government, and that was why they hired him and Reno Omokri. So I will allow you to watch the video to see that this man really disgraced himself on this interview. So there were a lot of clips that I had expected this Mehdi Hasan to bring up. One, there's this one. He said that Tinubu did nothing in Lagos. He almost destroyed democracy. Tinubu only collected tax.
His case will be worse if APC is voted, because the man who is running now for APC does not even know half of what Buhari knows about government or national security. If you have the time, I will tell you more about what they are campaigning with as an agenda or as a rhetoric that he did well in Lagos. I will tell you, between 1999 to 2007, if you take out context, he actually performed worse than some governors in Nigeria, because the Lagos that they say he did, he improved the revenue, he only collected tax. All the infrastructure needed for a state, or in fact a country to develop, was on ground. Lagos used to be the Nigerian national capital. Before Nigeria was formed, Lagos was a colony. You have all the infrastructure for economic development. As what you didn't establish them. There was seaport, there was airport, you have commercial activity, all the embassies are there. So transaction with foreign envoys is in Lagos. All the hotels are there, headquartered in Lagos. All the banks are headquartered in Lagos. All security apparatus, every facility and infrastructure for economic development was in Lagos. He didn't bring them. Asiwaju did not invite or introduce or brought to Lagos any serious foreign investor or domestic investor. And these revenues we are talking about that they claim he has generated, we are on. It's just that the government didn't have the infrastructure in collecting those. So what he did throughout this period was to collect tax. That's what they claim by revenue. And even then, the reason he did that was because the company that was collecting the tax, the company is allegedly traceable to him. So if you pick a man on the street and you tell him, I want you to collect tax in a given area, your percentage is 30%. He will be optimal. He will be highly effective. This is the summary. But let me tell you what he did in Lagos. One, he attempted to destroy democracy. He wanted to introduce what we call monarchical democracy. A democracy that is not reflected by the will and wishes of the people, but reflected by the choice of a man, and people should run around it. He introduced the concept in politics in Nigeria that we call take the cue, follow the cue.
He was lucky that this guy did not get that enough time to pick up these words, these things he said against Tinubu. All the video evidences are there. We thank God we live in an era where internet never forgets. Video evidences are all over the place. So imagine if we are in those 1890 or maybe 19 something, where you don't have evidences. This man would have just gone, would have just denied, and I wouldn't get a trace of all the things he said. So in this particular video, he said that Tinubu did not do anything in Lagos. He only collected tax. He also predicted that Tinubu will never win election, and Tinubu eventually won election.
Most of that place is what you see as blue, and where you have your strength is south-south and the southeast traditionally, and no one can also take it away from the fact that PDP has held sway over the last few election cycles in the lower part of the Nigerian map. But if you look at it now, 5 of those states are now tilting towards the opposition. They are not on the side of Atiku Abubakar. What is that telling you?
So this is it. Now, most of the states in the northwest, you say they are blue, which explains why he calls it Bala Blue. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a northwest different from Bala Blue. And let me explain to you. Now, there is not a single state in the northwest that is happy with APC. Do you know why? They are traditionally farmers. Go point at any state in the northwest now and tell me if the people can go to their farms. As a matter of fact, it is not just about farming, which they can no longer go. It has even aggravated to the point where bandits in the northwest send messages to villages and ask them to send their wives to the bandit, and after 2 weeks they are going to take them back. Have you not noticed? Even as powerful as President Buhari is, he will appear in states in the northwest, and the kind of energy and reaction you get is different. Let me predict, and you can call me after election, the entire northwest we are going to win the entire northwest. If we lose, it will be one state, and even then we still have our ways to make it before then. Not a single state in the northern Nigeria PDP will miss. That's what I want you to know. There is a polling.
Out of the 19 states in the northern Nigeria.
Out of the 19 states in the northern Nigeria. If there is anybody that might create a little bit of problem, it is Labour Party. It is not APC.
So you see, in 2011, this was how the election went. This way. You saw Goodluck Jonathan winning most of the South.
Right.
And his main opposition winning most of the North.
Right.
And you see, switch it over in 2015.
Right.
You saw most of the North also being won by Muhammadu Buhari. He repeated that also in 2019.
Right.
With the emergence of Peter Obi of the Labour Party, a lot of people have thought that a lot will change in the dynamics of our political map.
In fact, He tweeted, said the human brain is unique and miraculous. It works and functions optimally 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Until you join APC, then it stops working. Daniel Bwala actually made it known to us that his brain is no longer working as he has joined APC. And it's clear in 2012, 25th November 2022, it's in the build-up of the election 2023. He made this tweet because he was a political tool for PDP. He was campaigning for Atiku Abubakar. And at the same time, Reno Moku was also campaigning for Atiku Abubakar. So immediately they saw that Tinubu has won. He endorsed Tinubu, started working for Tinubu, and now a lover of APC, a lover of Tinubu. Tinubu became an angel, no longer a demon. The same thing with Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri's own is even terrible. As of today, Reno Omokri's tweets and pictures of his protests against Tinubu, they are still on his pages. I don't know why he's yet to remove them. They are still in his pages saying, disgrace Tinubu out of Chatham House. Tinubu is a drug baron, a drug dealer. Now Tinubu is an angel. So these people can never be leaders. They will even be worse than the politicians we have now if they are given such opportunity. They will do worse than the politicians we have now. In fact, he went ahead to tweet as of December 25, 2023. He said that if you give Tinubu 30 years, nothing will change. December 26, 2023. Daniel Bwala said, even if you give Tinubu 30 years, nothing will work. And now he's still working with Tinubu. And we see that nothing is actually working. So this is crazy. So I just brought up these videos together to show you people that this man just made a fool of himself. Whatever disclaimer he's doing, there's no damage control that will save him from the debacle at Mehdi Hasan's head-to-head on Al Jazeera. He disgraced himself. He should just go and bury his head in shame.
Your decision to say that, oh, President Tinubu, whatever he's doing now.
Now, it has suddenly occurred to Bwala as it occurred to, Saul on the road to Damascus. The epiphany of Daniel Bwala has pushed him to a point where he suddenly realized that it is better to support Tinubu. He's not even talking about Nigeria. He didn't say supporting Nigeria. He says he wants to go and support Tinubu. We have had it before. Yeah. Governors who say we want to go and support the president. So, tomorrow, if Tinubu doesn't pay him enough attention, he may go to Labour Party. Daniel Bwala used to appear regularly on this program. Yes. And he has one favorite proverb in Yoruba, even if it's Yoruba, it's not so smooth. Kokorotinje for inwe follower. Kokorotinje for inwe follower. He was always saying, the kokoro that
I know, I have read a tweet like that.
The kokoro that Bwala is talking about now, that insect that devours vegetables is now in his own pocket.
Mr. Bwala, my friend and brother, what are you doing in this government? Wait, let me finish now. Let me finish. Hold on. Just, what are you doing in this government? The same government that in an Arise interview in 2013, you described as president-select rather than president-elect, accusing INEC of manipulation and all of that. You are saying you were in court to say that it was a rigged process. Those were your words. You had casted many doubts on the veracity of this government. You had said a lot of things against this government. So the question is, people are asking, what are you doing in the same government at some point that you said, if they vote for APC, it will be like going to a night of 1,000 laughs?
So thank you for having me. First of all, I do not think by 2013 you were recruited here. As at 2013, I think sometime around 2013 was when Arise TV launched in London. And at the time, I'm not sure you were with Arise. So first premise, mentioning of 2013 is wrong. And I have been appearing on Arise TV right from UK, even before the Nigerian Arise TV station also was open. Charles and Yogolu will confirm, Andrew will confirm. So that one is one. The second one
2023. It's 2023 you said these things, Bola.
No, you just said 2013.
It could be a slip of tongue. It's 2023
no,
you said
first admit that you were wrong, that you slip of tongue.
Bola, I know your deflection tactics.
No,
you can't play me at the game.
Did you or did you not say 2013?
Go straight ahead. Answer the questions.
I'm not writing jam here.
Answer the questions. Answer the questions,
Bola. Did you say 2013 or did you not say 2013?
It could have been a slip of tongue.
Okay, then allow me to go ahead.
The truth is, go ahead. Don't deflect. Answer the question.
No, there's not. You see,
no, it's a deflection tactics. Go ahead.
See, let me tell you what cannot happen here.
Yes, what cannot
is
happen?
That you cannot control me or talk to me like a secondary school student.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Bola.
If you ask a question,
answer the question
and listen to the answer.
Yes.
So that's the first correction.
Yeah.
The second correction has to do with what you wanted to know about our activities in Bwala. Ordinarily, I would have said it's none of your business, but I will help you. My office is 101 in the State House, Presidential Bwala. I'm a special advisor to the president. Was initially announced as special advisor, media and public communication, redesigned to special advisor, policy communication, status special advisor, no demotion, the same. I have unfettered access with the president. Last week, we had a meeting. Let us throw that one off the corner. You said Sunday Dare and Bayo Ononuga corrected me. That's wrong. It's a press statement that was issued from the presidency. There was no specific individual that corrected.
Why did you call yourself a presidential spokesman?
Let me finish. I'm still a presidential spokesman.
Okay.
Yeah. The statement that was issued said that instead of one, there are 3 presidential spokesmen.
Okay.
Let us throw these ones that are not relevant. The reason I'm here today is because I have never been afraid to appear on Arise TV. I have been a friend of this TV station, and like I said when I began, I appear on Arise in London and here. During your gossip section, you call it stories trending.
No. It's not gossip. Yes. It's public opinion.
You call it, I have opinion, the same way you people express your opinion, I'm expressing mine.
But it's not gossip.
The gentle lady here, Ayo, insinuated by what she said, let him come here, as if I am running away from coming to this station. It is for that singular reason. I tweeted, I said, that is innuendo. Fix a date and time, I'll be here, and I will come to the Lagos studio to answer your question.
Very good. True
so
answer the second question I asked you.
What is the second question?
The same government you said all those things about.
Yes.
That Tinubu didn't win this, and all of that. That processes were shambolic. You were speaking for
everything.
Yes. You admit you said those things against this government. Why are you still serving in this same government?
Good.
The government you called a night of 1,000 laughs if they get elected. Why are you serving in? Are you part of the joke?
So if you ask the question, you wait for me to answer.
Go ahead, Bola.
Good. I was in the opposition.
Yes.
In case you don't know, the role of the opposition is to oppose the government. In doing so, you de-emphasize the strength of the government and emphasize your strength. Where they have strength, you allow them to argue their matter. They rest their case on their strength and not on the weakness of the opposition. When I made a decision on the 10th of January, and after I visited the president, from that day till date, I speak well of the president and I support his activities. Now you ask, I spoke. Can I have water to drink, please?
Sure.
Yeah, please get him water.
You said I spoke against
him. You said a lot of things. You delegitimized him. You said it was not a legitimate government. All the things you said. Do you still stand by them, or you had a change of heart?
They are irrelevant.
They are irrelevant. So the question is, you are not a man of convictions. Because if you said those things out of your convictions, then so your convictions change.
So here, every day, wiki, and at the end of the day, you people sat and nominated him as the best minister. So you are not a station of conviction.
Anyway, it's not Arise that nominated him. It is this day that nominated him.
This day,
secondly, you are saying you don't have convictions. That's what you're saying.
You don't have conviction, wiki, and then you came together.
Mr. Bola,
okay.
Mr. Bola, thank you for honoring our invitation. Like you posted on your X that we should give a date and time and you'll be here, and you honor that you're here. So let's examine some of the things that you said, right? Yeah. And I say this because beyond conviction, you almost seem like a prophet. beyond just touting the APC as, you know, a party that's a joke, you also examine the manifesto and analyze the policies of the president. So if we're talking about that now, that he's in government for close to 2 years, we'd say that some of the predictions you made were actually quite accurate. One of the things you said was that you will discover that every promise put in there, all right, unless you can show that there is a plan to create production, everything is about borrowing. And they might end up borrowing your intestine, your kidney, and every part of your being. That's what you said. Now, this administration, since coming in, has indeed borrowed to the extent that Nigerians have started to raise concern around our debt burden. In fact, our debt to GDP ratio is at a record high. What do you have to say about this? Do you still agree? Do you still agree that there are better ways to address our current economic situation, e.g. production, driving production, rather than borrowing, as you predicted before this administration came into power?
So I criticized the administration because I was in the opposition. When I made the decision to support the president, I decided to pay attention to his policy, like you talked about the manifesto, and to further do research. In doing so, I tried to look at where there is, for example, quote-unquote a failure, I try to know why. So for example, there was a time there was this food inflation and it was carried all over the places. And then I tried to look at what actually is the cause of the food inflation. And then I realized there was a natural disaster in Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, which could have caused it. And then we have insecurity in the Northwest. So the research is to find the reason for whatever is the policy, the reason behind the policy. And then where, for example, there is a misinterpretation of the implementation of the policy, we come out and when we give our perspective. Government is not perfect. Government will never be perfect. Government is a work in progress. And at every given time, government assesses what it does, take feedback from Nigeria, improve upon it and move forward. There is nothing magical about everything I said before and what I'm saying now. I said it in my capacity as an opposition.
So you're saying that, so you're aligned with the borrowing tactic of this particular administration?
I take exception to the use of the word line.
Okay, so please, we word that first, because that's my take, like you mentioned.
Yeah, so my take is you're wrong in the use of that word. I just explained, I say as an opposition, I oppose the government. As someone supporting the government, I speak for the government.
So you backtrack in terms of our ability to produce rather than borrowing?
Oh, you mean in terms of the
Yes, I'm saying about your statement. Leave opposition.
Tell me the exact statement.
I said it to you.
Now, the Constitution of Nigeria, which I believe is above what you think, above what I think, guarantees the right of association. The Constitution does not limit the frequency of the guarantee. Some of the people we advocate for have changed political parties. And then you are now condemning me. I have not even said I had left PDP.
Mr. Bwala, this is an ideological issue. This is a moral issue.
What is it about morality?
Your decision to say that, oh, President Tinubu, whatever he's doing now, you are willing and you are now convinced of seeing otherwise based on whatever you have told Nigerians. Right. You know how influential your voice was during the election. Yes, so simply what you are telling every Nigerian who believed you at the time, who you have sold Atiku Abubakar to, say, please forget whatever I sold to you that time. Just believe what I said now. No, how do you think they see you?
How I want them to see is that Atiku Abubakar right now is not a president. There is no campaign going on at the moment. And so it will be futile to be advocating for what does not exist. Whether they like it or whether I like it or whether anybody else likes it or not, President Bola Tinubu is the president of the republic.
And you slide Atiku Abubakar, you betrayed him, and you jump ship.
It is absolute nonsense for somebody to say because I say I will support President Bola Tinubu, therefore it betrays Atiku.
Because you supported Atiku Abubakar, you sold Atiku Abubakar. Yes. Isn't that a betrayal in your own books?
I sold Atiku Abubakar during the election.
You supported him.
I supported him during the election. It never worked. Even Atiku Abubakar is called upon to support President Bola Tinubu. That is the way democracy works. Once the politics
of lack of ideology, the politics of lack of integrity,
what is the ideology?
Politics of lack of consistency.
What is the ideology?
As a political person, do you think that you have followers who listen and believe what you say?
All you need to do is to, as we are talking, go through the comment section, and then go through the social media, listen to the mass. You see, let me tell you something about Nigeria. There are echo chambers of political affiliation and entanglement, but the greater number of Nigerians are not partisan. They don't belong to a political party. A man who is in Kara Namoda now, who is struggling to find food to eat, doesn't care whether you're in APC or PDP. The man that is in Alimosho right now, who is looking for food to feed his children or transport to go, does not care whether the flag of your party is red or black. The question
I'm asking you, Mr. Bwala, is given your history of vocal criticism of President Tinubu, how do you expect the public to trust your current endorsement? That is a moral burden that you have on you, and that's the question I'm asking.
No matter what you do from now till the end of eternity, somebody's perception, somebody's thought and opinion is his property. People who have a rational mind will rationalize what you're saying. Those whose minds are cloaked, there is nothing you will do to combat.
You know what the people in PDP are saying? They say you didn't even wait for 1 year. You were easily now turned, and you've jumped ship. In your support. Let me now ask you this. One of the things that are suggesting that your change of stance might be influenced by personal gains.
Give me an example of the personal
promises.
Gains.
I'm asking you know better.
No, you said they have to have a.
They are suggesting that the reason why is anywhere beleface politics.
Now, good.
Whatever suits your pocket and whatever suits the gains and the promises that you have been made. Have you been made a promise?
I'm coming. So, fantastic. I long for this opportunity to be able to answer. Do I look like a poor man? I have supported Buhari for 8 years. I have never been a public official. Do I look like a poor man? I have a vibrant law practice with a staff strength that contributes to the country when you employ labor. I pay my staff salary that is commensurable to what some senior advocate pay. Do I look like a poor man?